Get ready. I'll have the link to you in a second.
It says we're live now.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
What's happening? Oh my God, this is crazy. All right. All right. Anyways, hello everyone, and welcome to the Super Review Show, where all we do is talk everything in the world of pop culture. Sorry about the weird reaction and delayed start to our episode. My name is J-Man, off to work, and this is Bill Murphy. He is here. Bill, how you doing tonight?
I am doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing just great. Welcome to our new show, everyone, called Mixed Bag.
We finally figured out a name.
Yes, our name of this show is going to be called Mixed Bag. And Bill, why don't you go into it as I spread the word and share everyone what's going on? What's our topics and all that stuff with Mixed Bag? What do we do here?
Well, we talk a little bit of everything, little movies, little music, little TV shows, everything pop culture related. Just, it's a beautiful mixed bag. I was going to name it Dumpster Fire, but we both thought that was a terrible idea. But, we talk a little bit of everything. And today, our show today is a very special one, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Today's theme is about Halloween. Halloween, everyone.
That was my awful version
we're gonna be talking
of
about Halloween.
Theme. We're going to be talking about our
that was
favorite
really
horror
bad,
movies.
Bill,
What was?
Favorite horror movies, what movies scared us shitless as a kid, and all that stuff.
We're going to be talking about it all. And guys, please chat in the comment section. Tell your friends, tell your kids, tell your wives, tell your dogs, your cats, even your neighbor who you can't stand. They're finally useful for something.
Finally useful.
They're finally useful for something.
Hello, everyone. Glad to have you all here. All right. I'm just spreading the word, everyone. Live now. All right, everyone. Well, guess what? Well, spread the word, because here we go. All right, Bill, why don't you start us off today?
Okay.
I always start us off. Why don't you start us off? Talk to me. Halloween. What's going on?
What do you mean what's going on? Like, as in...
Oh, like just kick off the show today. What made you? Well, first, why don't we get into what prompted us to do this themed episode of Mixed Bag, and we'll go from there.
Well, because Halloween is just a few days away, and thought this is time we just talk about everything around Halloween, like the movies we watch, especially horror movies. Yeah, so quoting from one of my favorite horror movies, JT, what's your favorite scary movie?
Yeah.
What is your favorite scary movie?
Well, to be honest, I think my go-to is not, I know most people would say like, oh, it's clearly Halloween or whatever. Listen, that's BS.
I actually just watched it the other night, by the way, Halloween.
Oh, really? Don't kill me, world, but I haven't seen the original Halloween. And I'm kind of like, I'm at the point in my life where I'm like, I could probably put up with it,
Okay, so what you were saying?
Shame, right? Shame.
I
was saying. Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
just,
God,
just cut me off more, Bill.
Okay.
No, you're fine. Honestly, if I had to go to a go-to horror movie, honestly, my go-to horror movie would have to be Evil Dead.
I've never seen that.
You've never? Oh, see, there we go.
Go ahead.
Shame.
So why is it? Okay, so why is that your favorite?
Probably because that's the one I like the most. I mean, unpopular opinion, going back to last week's episode, I'm not a big Nightmare on Elm Street fan. I like Halloween, the concept of Halloween. I like the fact of like Friday the 13th and all that stuff. But at the same time, I'm like, or like Texas Chainsaw Massacre or Saw or, I don't know. You know what I mean, Bill?
Yeah, you don't really like the gore the gore factor of all of it.
The gore thing is always an interesting thing for me because like gore is not really my thing. Oh no, sorry. I'm saying the wrong thing. I mean, jump scares are not really my thing, but complete gore and filthy blood stuff is actually pretty cool to me. That's me personally, though. You know what I mean?
So you don't like the jump scare?
Hello.
I'm here.
Yeah, I hate it. Hello, Alex. Hello, Matt. Thank you for joining us.
Hey,
Matt and
Matt.
Alex just joined us in the chat.
It's good to see you guys. So JT, you don't like the jump scare?
You're welcome. No, I really don't. I'm sorry. I'm not a big jump scare guy. I know I'll get obliterated for saying that, but still.
Well, no, listen, I can understand. That kind of scares the shit out of me too. That kind of scares the ever-loving crap out of me too. Yeah. Okay. Now,
I know like the jump scares. Go ahead.
Okay, my favorite horror movie, and you know what? The funniest thing is, I'm not really a big horror movie guy, but you know what? And I actually just watched it last year for the first time ever, but now I think this is my favorite horror movie. Scream.
What? Really?
Yeah, Scream.
Wow, interesting choice.
I think it's just really like, here's the thing. I remember like seeing like clips of it when I was like a very young child, and I'm thinking, holy shit, this movie looks scary as fuck.
Yeah.
But once you watch it, like it has its dark scenes, it has its scary scenes, but you know what? It's kind of corny in a way. It's fun corny and it's scary. But I think what's so interesting about that movie, because I was actually, Jeremy Jahns actually did a review of Scream recently for his channel.
Plug for Jeremy Jahns, we love you.
And you are awesome-tacular. But anyway, he was telling a story how he was talking to his friend's like girlfriend at the time and saying that Ghostface is like the scariest horror movie villain because he's actually could be real in real life.
Yeah. No, that's true, actually, yeah.
And it's like, with Scream, it's like, you know, because that can actually happen. Some whack job could just put on a mask and kill people. And there was this one, but the one scene, as I think Ghostface is like so clumsy, he like runs into doors and stuff when he's trying to stab someone. It's like cloak. And there's that scene, I forgot. Oh, with this one girl, he's like, "Oh, is this like a horror movie? Can I play the victim?" And Ghostface is like, "Oh, please don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface." And then he kills her, and it's like, and then of course the rules of the horror movie: no alcohol, drugs, or sex during the horror movie, and don't say you'll be back because you won't be back. You've seen it too, or no?
I'll be back.
But
I'll be back. What?
And what's funny is that like what kind of makes it funny is that they kind of they kind of like poke fun at horror movies in a way.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of poke fun at it in a way, and they don't take it too seriously, even though, you know, it does have its serious moments. But yeah, I really like Scream. Scream 2, I don't think was awful. I actually thought it was decent.
No, I mean, like sequels. I mean, like, not to get like too generic, but sequels in general are hard to make. No.
Oh yeah, I agree. But you know what? But Scream 3, the less said about that one, the better. That was just a sequel that just didn't need to be made. And listen, Scream 2 technically didn't need to be made, but I think it kind of made sense to make it, if that makes sense. Because I'm not going to get into spoilers, but there was like a follow-up from the first one.
Yeah.
But, you know, okay, that kind of makes sense. That's why there would be a Scream 2. But Scream 3, that movie did not need to exist.
Of course.
And then, but you know.
Money, money, money. Hey, it made money. We made a property that has money. What up, son?
And then years later, they did a Scream 4, which I have not seen.
Oh, really?
And now they want to do and now
Scream
I
5.
hear there's actually a Scream 5 in the works, and Nev Campbell's coming back.
God damn it! Why? Oh, this is insane.
Oh my God, you hear that? Hey JT, you hear that? You know what that is?
What? What is it, Bill?
That's Wes Craven rolling over in his grave. But I think that movie is important because I think that movie kind of brought back the slasher genre after,
Oh, I'd say so, yeah.
Because late 70s, early 80s, that was like more Halloween. And then like 80s was like Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th. And then 90s was Scream.
Fun fact about Friday the 13th. The actual first movie ever with, by the way, we got to get to the chat board in a second. The thing with Friday the 13th, where they filmed it is a Boy Scout camp in New Jersey, and I was there.
Really? That must have been kind of creepy.
Yeah. When we were taking the BSA swim test, everyone's like, Jason's coming. It was so funny. It's so funny. Yeah. Like, Jason! Well, screaming our heads off. It was the best. All right, so we got Matt in the chat board. Jumping over the chat board for a second, ladies and gents. I don't watch much horror movies. Scary Movie 3 is more of a parody of horror films. Was my favorite movie when I was in third grade. Matt. LOL. Alyssa.
Hey, buddy. Whatever floats your boat.
Alyssa, glad you could join us tonight. Well, if you need to talk about horror movies, you obviously need to mention it and other Stephen King movies.
Okay. I've seen the original It, the one with Tim Curry.
Uh-huh.
I like that one because it is scary, but it is funny. Like Tim Curry just chews up so much scenery. Like he just chews up so much scenery. It is hilarious. Like, do you have Prince Albert in a can? You do? Well, you better let the poor guy out. There was actually Doug Walker, aka the Nostalgia Critic, did a review of that one, and he's like, it's like he was on the scene longer than he had, and they were probably like, when that was going on, I was like, okay, Tim, you're done for the day. Tim, you can go home now. Come on, Tim, we got a movie to shoot here. Okay, just ignore him. Let's just film around him. Don't worry, folks. He's gonna get punished. He'll be in Charlie's Angels soon enough.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but I've seen a little bit of the new one, but yeah, I feel like because that book, I've never read it, but I heard the book is like very big. It's very condensed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what have you seen it?
No, but I know one of our fearless viewers has.
Who?
Shout out to my dear friend Alyssa is in the chat board right now, ladies and gents. And I know, fun fact, I will say this. So I haven't seen the remix. No, listen, Alyssa, you and I have talked about this a lot. We've been trying to. I have to get on the bandwagon of seeing it in the first place. So did they make it 2 yet?
Yes, they did. It Chapter 2.
Oh shit! I missed out on it. Well, it looks like I got a lot of stuff to do.
He's got things to do. He's got people to see.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, but whilst we're on the topic of Stephen King, what about this one? Here's Johnny.
I knew it. Sorry, I had to call on that one.
The Shining.
Here's the thing about The Shining. I actually visited the Stanley Hotel in Colorado this past Christmas.
Ooh, how was that?
Well, apparently they filmed the actual movie in Oregon, not Colorado. So it's like, oh, shit, I missed it. But I'm going to get to The Shining in a second. So we went to the Stanley Hotel. I have pictures on my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, everyone. Don't actually follow me on Instagram. It's fine. Whoops. I have photos of not only Colorado, but actually life out there, too. So here is the nightlife in Colorado, everyone.
That is where that's the Stanley Hotel.
No, that's the morning in Colorado. I'm getting to the Stanley Hotel. Hold on. This is the Stanley Hotel.
Nice.
Actually shot. There's room 217. There's stuff from it, like the Stanley Hotel stuff. Jim Carrey was there. There's the key. They sell shit there for so much money. It's not even funny.
Well, because it's it's because it's a. You know what? That actually kind of reminds me. I actually got a funny story. Last year, I went to a wedding in Long Island, nice. And there was, what was that?
No, nothing. Go on.
There was this hotel that I stayed in, and it was a nice hotel. It was one of those not like upscale. It's like those hotels that people go when they're staying for weddings and shit like that. And the atmosphere of it just reminded me of the Stanley Hotel from The Shining. It was just really creepy.
Yeah.
And just like the music is playing. I'm like, okay, this is creepy. And
we're all gonna die.
I'm just waiting for someone to go, red rum, red rum, red rum, red rum.
Oh my God. So on this tour of the hotel, which is a real functioning hotel, on the tour of the hotel, they actually had red rum signs to scare people. It's pretty funny.
Oh my God, that is. Were you scared or were you freaking laughing?
Well, I don't know. I was personally okay, but I will say this: room 217 is rented out all year round, apparently by tons of fans and actually celebrities too. Bob Dylan stayed in room 217 when he was there just a couple months before me, which is interesting. So, and
you know what's interesting?
Pretty cool.
217. There's actually a big conspiracy theory that Stanley Kubrick helped plan the moon landing because 217 was on the space shuttle that launched up there. So there's a little interesting conspiracy theory here. What?
Yeah, that's true. It could be a good one. Alyssa in the chat board. Did I check out the maze? The maze? No, I did not get to check out the maze out there though, sadly. But it was amazing. People they told stories about how like people hiked up the mountain. They settled Estes Park, all this stuff. Yeah, Alyssa, you should stay in 217. It's a real room. You can stay in it, but good luck because it's a big booking thing. You booked year round, so I don't know.
Oh, I bet that's probably a lot of money to get that one. That's probably a lot of money to get that room.
Let's check right now. Hold on. Let me check. Is that right? Because we have the power of Google. Why not? Stanley Hotel, Estes Park, Colorado, room 217 rental. Let's see how much it's going to cost.
Road trip.
So it's in Estes Park, Colorado. Let's go.
Yeah, the only problem though is we were going to go there now. When we come back, we'd have to quarantine for 2 weeks.
Bullshit. So let's see, room 217. Bill, keep talking. I'm just gonna look this up really quick.
Yes. Okay. So what I love about The Shining, I watched it like 2 years ago. It's like I just love the opening theme. Is probably one of my favorite movie themes. The doom 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 doom. Which, fun fact, that actually comes from what's called the Dies Irae from the Catholic Requiem Mass, which means the day of judgment is coming. So a lot of movies when the doom, 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 that like symbolize death is coming or the day of judgment. Now there's something fun to impress your friends with.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's just, I think what's so good about The Shining is that it's just a man. It's just like 2 hours of a man going into madness.
Yeah. By the way, the room.
I'm not going to kill you. I'm just going to bash your brains in.
The room itself costs about $200 a night.
That's not awful.
It's very historical too. All right. Did you know that the snow is actually made out of salt and styrofoam? I did not know that. Check the chat board, Bill. Answer some questions while I.
Did you know the snow was actually made out? I did not know that, Alyssa. Wow, this is Wow, this is really interesting. We're learning shit tonight.
We are learning a lot.
Learning, isn't it fun? So Alyssa, tell me, what's your favorite Stephen King movie?
I could tell her. I could tell you for me, but I could tell you for her. But that's just I'm gonna let her do it.
Okay, so, we'll wait till she has to say, and if she doesn't come, I'll hear what you have to say. But
Matt and Alex, if you guys are still there, feel free to drop your favorite Stephen King movies while we're on the topic of Stephen King and The Shining and Red Rum and all this bullshit. So
Red Rum. But you know what the funniest thing is? What? You know what's something funny is?
Hello!
What's happened?
Andrew has joined.
Andrew, what's going on?
Join the chat. Let's go. Oh, really? So, Bill, she has to say it's It Chapter 1, the remake.
Okay.
Pennywise fan over here.
Yeah, my cousin, I actually saw her 2 weeks ago, and she had a mask with Pennywise on it.
Yeah, I kind of want to wear that one day to where I work and piss off people, but that's the point. I don't want to say that on camera,
but you can tell me off camera. I mean? Tell me off camera. But anyway,
I'll tell you off camera.
Stephen King actually did not like The Shining.
What? Oh, that's right. I remember hearing about this. Yeah.
Yeah, Stephen King didn't. There are a couple of movie adaptations he didn't like. He didn't like The Shining. That's why he actually produced his own miniseries for The Shining.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he did not like the Stanley Kubrick one. And also, he didn't like what was it? He didn't like Children of the Corn.
Really?
I've watched Children of the. It is so dumb. It is so stupid. You got to sit there and laugh at it.
Oh my god. So.
But anyway, yeah.
Talk to me, chat board. What else we got going on?
What
are the Halloween?
Come on, guys. What's your favorite Halloween movies? So, whilst we're, what's your favorite Stephen King movie?
Yeah.
I was asking.
Shame.
Oh God, who are we shaming?
Matt.
Shame. Please, actually, no. Remember, folks, judge silently. Shame.
God, what have we done?
Oh, God. Oh, we're just busting your chops, Matt. Don't worry.
We love you, Matt. Good guy.
We love you, buddy. We promise. But anyway, but JT, what's your favorite Stephen King adaptation?
Probably The Shining. I'm gonna have to go with The Shining.
If we're going Halloween theme, I would have to say The Shining. But if we're saying non-Halloween theme, I'm gonna have to say Shawshank.
Oh, you know what? Oh, probably Shawshank because I forgot Stephen King did that. Probably Shawshank, but it's not Halloween.
I actually like that one.
Yeah. No, I love that movie. That movie's great. It's one of the best of all time. My
only problem is it's too long.
It is long. It is, but it also, some people call it a perfect film, to be honest with you. I don't know how, but
I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it is a really good film. So
yeah.
So anyway,
chat board, talk to us. Tell your
Shining
friends we're
really
live.
the only horror movie I've seen. Okay, well, that's you. That's you.
Well,
that Shining is the only horror movie this guy has seen. Andrew,
yeah.
Sorry, Andrew, I forgot your name for a moment. I had a Freudian slip.
Call him Asram of Earth at this point. No, I'm kidding.
Asram of Earth. Okay, so all right. So what else there in horror movies we could discuss here? So you haven't seen Halloween, or?
No, don't. Okay, look, this is beyond you and me, my friend. But I have not seen I have not seen the original Halloween yet. I mean, I've been working on it for quite a while, but I have yet to see the original Halloween. I've yet to see the original Nightmare on Elm Street or what else was there?
I just watched the original Halloween the other night, and you know how much money that movie was made on. You know what the budget for that one was?
What, for the first Halloween?
Yeah, it was $300,000 to $400,000.
Really? You know, it's funny you say that because the first Evil Dead was actually about $275,000, which is even less.
Yeah, but Halloween ended up making like I think $60-70 million.
Evil Dead took a long time to catch on, so.
But yeah, that movie was made with like a budget of like a ham sandwich.
I know. I wish I had a ham sandwich right now, to be honest with you.
Anyway, so yeah, I actually watched it for the first time the other night, and I got to admit it's very dated looking back at it now.
The first one?
Yeah, it's very dated.
I mean, you watched the trailer for it, you're like, you know what? Yeah.
Like it kind of looks like yeah, you can tell this thing was made in the 70s.
When did it come out? 78, is that right?
78.
Yeah, so it's over 40 years ago.
And you know what the real big the big tragedy is, though, is then after Halloween 2, we had Halloween 3, which was the Season of the Witch, which did gain a cult following, but a lot of people got pissed about it. I haven't seen it, but I read a lot of people got pissed because Michael Myers wasn't in it. But the reason of why that was going on, of why there was no Michael Myers, is because after the first two, you know, John Carpenter wanted the second one to be a follow-up to the first one. Yeah. But then after the second one, he wanted to create like an anthology series, like have a new Halloween themed story every year. Like Season of the Witch was gonna be you know, about witches. Then they were planning on doing one about ghosts. But then after Season of the Witch didn't do so good with critics or the box office, the studio in its infinite wisdom decided to just scrap the whole idea and just go back to Michael Myers.
Really? Okay.
Which is kind of, they made like 20 other movies with Michael Myers. You gotta admit, after a while, it kind of gets boring.
Hold on. Well, we're gonna do the infamous thing called sharing the screen in a second. So keep talking. Halloween movies, because I want to look up like the franchise itself. Oh my god, what the frick?
What?
Halloween. How many are there?
There's like a lot of them. I know there's Halloween, Halloween 2.
Oh, I know.
Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. H2O, Halloween 20 years later.
What the frick? Hold on, Bill. Hold on.
This is scary, isn't it?
Get ready, everyone.
Drum roll, please.
Can everyone see that? I'm gonna check the thing.
Holy shite!
Yeah, you guys see that there? You see that? Look. Halloween 1, Halloween 2, Halloween 3, Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, and hence what you said. Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. Well, okay. Halloween, The Curse. Halloween 4 through 6 is like, you know, whatever. Halloween H2O sounds like a Nickelodeon ripoff. 20 years later, it makes sense.
Halloween Resurrection. That was
1990, so 2002. Okay. Halloween 2007. Halloween 2009. Halloween in 2018. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Halloween Kills. I came out on my birthday. It's coming out on my birthday next year. Oh my god. And so Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. Well, maybe it makes sense at the end.
You know they're not going to end, folks. You know they're going to try to. You know they gotta keep milking that cash cow. But you know I think Halloween Kills was supposed to come out this year, but due to obvious circumstances,
COVID.
Apparently that's not going to happen.
Apparently, the budget has been. Oh wow! Look at this.
The budget and like
In total.
10 million. Is that really a big budget once you think about it?
No, like it's funny. District 9 was a budget of $9 million. Look what happened there.
But yeah, these movies are made with a relatively small budget.
Take notes, studios. We'll pay less for your tickets instead. No, anyways.
Yeah, but maybe it really shows you don't need a big budget to make a good movie.
No. No, of course not. That doesn't matter at this point. No, that's not the case. A good movie is a good movie no matter what. But I will say this.
But the problem I think is with filmmaking, a lot of people think more money means more money equals, better films. But
yeah.
But what are you going to do?
Also, I'm going to check this out. Look, I'm going to pull up something that might interest you, actually, Bill. The Alien franchise, because we're talking about like regular franchises and all that stuff. Like, let's talk about Alien or Predator. Like the sci-fi franchises too.
Okay, I haven't really seen them, but go ahead.
I'm gonna have to go off on this. So you go off for a second as I pull it up, and I'm gonna share the screen with everyone.
Okay, so the Alien, because I know that famous scene, the whatchamacallit, the bah! When the thing comes out of his chest. That was done by James Cameron, right?
Burster. No, Ridley Scott, actually.
Oh, Ridley Scott.
So, all right, we're talking about this, ladies and gentlemen.
Didn't James Cameron do any of them?
He did the second one, so I'm getting to it. So here's the there's only been 4 movies.
Only 4?
2 prequels. Hold on. No, there's been more than that. Here we go. Let's do. All right. So there's 2 prequel films to Alien. They were gonna make a prequel trilogy called Prometheus. I don't know if you guys have heard of that.
That came out in 2012.
Yeah, 2017. I saw Alien Covenant in theaters. Plug for our Super Review Show review. Aliens was James Cameron. Alien 3 was David Fincher. I think it was David Fincher's first movie, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong about that. Alien Resurrection was 97. And that's the original Alien films. Then they did prequel films called Prometheus and Alien Covenant. I thought that they should, because there was a big talk online about an Alien 5, but Alien 5 would take place after the first 2 best Alien films. Alien and Aliens. Yeah, these ones right here. I'll click on them for you. This one right here. Everyone can see that there. Great movie. Oh my God, I love it. It's a slow movie at first. Look at that. The budget was $8 to $14 million, and box office was $3.6 million. That is a really big thing. Back in the 1979 too. It's nothing crazy. Now you look at that, right? So then Alien and Aliens, whatever, blah 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 blah. I've only seen the first 2, but because 3 and 4 really never spoke to me the way that you guys think they would. We'll get into other side. Well, I want to get into Psycho in a minute, but the first film, specifically the very first film that came out of Psycho, films. Ridley Scott was so dominant on this Prometheus stuff. Like, well, the good thing they do the third one. They set it up to be a third film, but that's it. I hope they do more Alien films compared to Prometheus films. That's me. Well, hey, all right. So, you got to see. Any other questions on Alien? Anyone? I think I'm good. I'm bored. Come on, guys. We don't bite, do we? All right, Bill. Oh, they also did a bunch of stuff too. They did comic book stuff. They've done Alien, Dark Horse Comics has done. I know you have an audio book of it. I know you have an audio book of it. You showed it on one of the one of the COVID streams we did. Oh, that's right. They're up here now. I have 2. It's a trilogy of books. I have books 1 and 3. It takes place between Alien and Aliens, right here. So. Yeah, and you fall right asleep to it, don't you? I do, and I have nightmares. So, anyways, let's jump over to this one. Predator. Now, Alien has AVP films too. They did AVP. Alien vs. Predator. Yeah, they did those too. Predator, Predator 2, Predators, and The Predator. They did those films right there. Let me go down a little bit. Come on, chat board, help me out. So
Come on, chat board. Hey, Brooklyn Ballers, what's up?
Yo, what's up? How you doing? Not
Whoever
sure who
that is,
but
welcome.
specify your name and you won't be executed. Execute order 66. I'm kidding, guys.
Just tell
All
us
right,
your
so
name.
anyways,
We won't whatchamacallit.
Your discretion advised.
Yeah, we won't judge you, we promise.
Come on, Arnold's in the first Predator film. He's incredible. Arnold's in the first Predator film. And he was never in another Predator film since. See, look at that.
Schwarzenegger.
Look at that.
It's Arnold.
Come on, soon the hunt will begin.
Hasta la vista, baby.
That's the wrong franchise. We can talk about that too.
It's
Terminator,
not really a horror movie. We'll say that for another.
The first one is a horror movie. It's this machine that comes back to kill you.
It kind of is. So
Think about it. All right.
So Predator, Predator 2, and then you had Alien versus Predator later on.
AVP came out before the Predators film here. Hold on. Let's see what else we got.
Okay. His name's Hi Dom. Welcome to the crew.
Yo, Dom, what's Gucci, my buddy? Whoop, 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 whoop.
Is he a friend of yours?
Yes, sir. Love to see it. Love to hear it.
Good. We have friends. Friends are fun.
No shit.
Having friends is fun.
All right, let's do this for a second. All right, we're going back to this.
What are we going back to?
Holy crap. Arnold is now, how old is he now? Arnold's 73.
He looks good. He looks good. Arnie looks good for 73.
73.
Nude. I'm 73. He looks good for his age.
He really does. He's a fantastic bodybuilder.
He looks fantastic.
And he's going to be in.
And he was also
in. I was going to get to it. The Terminator. He was the Terminator. I mean, people are like, come on, I'm going to terminate the people in office, whatever, people forget he was Conan the Barbarian.
Oh, he was?
That's not a horror movie, but it's Conan's first major motion picture that made a lot of people get aware of him was Conan the Barbarian.
Huh, interesting.
No joke.
So
let's see. I'm pulling it up in a second, but hold on. Let me just go ahead.
So you said you wanted to talk about oh, come on, Matt. Seriously? LOL. The only Arnold movie I've seen is Batman and Robin.
Shame.
Shame. Shame. Shame. Shame. Shame. Shame.
Oh,
damn it, Matt. You know what? That's a horror movie in itself.
You got a point.
I will say this though. It's one of those. It's one of those movies that's actually so bad it's actually good.
No, it's not. It's so bad. It's bad.
It's entered. Okay, if you look at it as a comic book movie, you're going to be severely disappointed. But if you look at it as, if you look at it as like a satire, it's actually pretty funny.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Hell freeze is over. All right, everybody, chill. But come on, Matt. Seriously, go watch some other Arnold movie. But
Terminator. Come on.
You know what?
Come on, you gotta be kidding me.
Since it is Halloween, I think we should go back on the horror movie thing. What do you think?
I tend to agree, my friend. So, I also wanted to talk about the Terminator franchise as well, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure. We can talk about that.
And then I want to get to Psycho by the first one from 1960, because that's the only one I've seen. That's the only one I care about. The Terminator franchise, the first first Terminator film. A lot of people think it's sci-fi horror. I look at it as horror sci-fi, and here's why. It's horror sci-fi because the first movie, it's about this robot sci-fi killing machine that is designed to only kill you, and that's it. It's supposed to kill you. It is geared to kill you. That's it. And this thing cannot be stopped at all. It's really a frightening concept if you think about it.
It is.
Am I wrong?
That is a very frightening concept.
Bill, am I right? That's a pretty frightening thing, no?
Exactly. It is a very frightening thing.
It's like, this thing is meant to come back to kill you, and nothing can stop it. That's really frightening. So,
that's beyond frightening.
That's my opinion. That is actually ridiculously scary.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was going to share the screen to show you guys some cool stuff.
Ooh, I like cool stuff.
Love to hear it. Terminator Franchise on Wikipedia. Everyone plug for Wikipedia.
It's free.
So far, there's been 6 films in the. Yes, free information. Yeah, free. So Terminator. There's been 2. Matt, get on this. Terminator 2. 3 was garbage. 4 was okay. 5 I actually liked a little bit. 6 was the next level of it was pretty good actually. I liked it.
What, Terminator Dark Fate?
I actually really liked Dark Fate.
I didn't like it.
Really? Tell me why.
I don't know. I just thought it was kind of boring. I just didn't think. And you know what? I think it was cool to see Arnie kick ass, but.
Yeah, as another teenager. And Sarah Connor, what's her face? Linda Hamilton's back.
Yeah, but I just found it forgettable.
I actually liked it though. I liked the new concept. James Cameron was attached to do stuff with it, so I liked it personally. But that's me. I mean, everyone's got their own opinions.
Yeah. Hey, to each his own. You know what they say about opinions, JT.
What?
Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has them, and they all stink.
Somewhere there's a drum banging somewhere going. All right.
Yeah, let's see.
Anyways, Terminator Franchise is good stuff. I'm on Psycho 1960 movie. Look at this.
That was actually the year my dad was born.
We're gonna talk about 19. What? No way. We're gonna talk about this, kids.
Psycho. I've only seen parts of it, but I think I know somewhat of enough to talk about it. But I know it's like we should talk. Psycho is, and of course, the iconic doom 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 doom.
Talk about Alfred Hitchcock, people.
Because here's the thing about Psycho. I think this was like, because don't forget, in like the 30s, 40s, and 50s, most of the horror movies were about, you had things like Bela Lugosi's Dracula, Boris Karloff's Frankenstein, and The Mummy.
Yeah.
And The Wolfman. It was more about it was more about the horror movie monsters of Universal. And then like starting in like the 60s, that's when you had more like the psychotic killers like Norman Bates.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on into movies like Halloween with Michael Myers.
Yeah, this is kind of like a granddaddy film. This is like a granddaddy kind of film of Bill, just check on the chat board for me and cut me off if you got any things.
Okay. One time I was at a friend's house, and this is from Dom. One time I was at a friend's house watching Annabelle, and I spilled my popcorn and screamed like a girl at one of the jump scares. I'm not laughing at you, buddy, but that is kind of funny.
Love you, Dom.
Alyssa, well, he made a cameo in that movie wearing a cowboy hat.
Which one are you talking about?
Which one are you talking about? Alyssa, who are you talking about?
We lost track. Anyways, Psycho. We'll go back to it in a second. Psycho. This movie I saw for the first time ever actually in film class. When I was in high school, I took BOCES and all that stuff and all that bullshit. And this is what happened. Look, the budget was $800,000. It made $50 million at the box. Look at that.
And you know what the thing is? When this movie first came out, the critics didn't like it.
Is that really true? Let me see.
Yeah, I heard somewhere the critics didn't like it at first.
What? Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Oh my God! Wait. I'm looking right here because I'm going to show off one too. So, controversy.
Psycho was the prime example during the 1960s after the erosion of the production code. It is unprecedented in its depiction of sexuality and violence. Yeah, this was the early 60s in which... which was actually the year my dad was born.
Yeah.
But to me, there's two types of 60s. 60 to 65 was basically 50s 2.0. 65 onward, that was the whole, free love, sexual liberation, all that fun stuff. But this movie, have you ever seen like the original trailer of it?
Yes, actually, it's 6 minutes long.
Yeah, he's like Alfred Hitchcock is actually walking through the house, and he's like going through the room. And what's so funny is he talks like this.
Yeah,
he doesn't show any expression. He just takes this weird British monotone. He doesn't raise or lower his voice. He just talks like, "Oh, let's not go in there." But yeah, when this movie first came out, the critics didn't like it, and now it's a classic.
Yeah, it's got its cult following too. So. It's got that scene right here too. It talks about it right here with the shower scene,
which is the famous. It was shot from December. Well, that took 6 days to shoot.
That's crazy, actually.
The more you learn, at the Alfred Hitchcock and Psycho, at the very beginning of the movie, and he also financed the movie himself. Whoa, I didn't know that, Alyssa. Thank you for that information. Didn't know that. But that's the thing with Alfred Hitchcock. He apparently financed it himself. Did you ever watch the Psycho remake?
No, with Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn?
No, I haven't. I kind of refuse to because the first one is such a great film, in my opinion.
It is.
It stands the test of time. It's frightening too.
But yeah, because I think maybe that's why Psycho is such an interesting film, because it's not the, like the monster movies that were made before them. I want to suck your blood. It was,
what
was that?
I want to go home.
What was that?
You just say, I want to do this, I want to do that.
Because I think Psycho really started these psychomatic serial killers.
Let's do that. Hold on.
And you know what's interesting? Norman Bates was actually based off a real life serial killer.
Really?
Yeah, it was based off a man named Edward Gaines.
Wow.
And it's actually referenced in. Oh, I just thought of the ultimate Easter egg.
What?
Okay, I'm kind of jumping a little bit here, but just everyone stick with me for a bit. Have you ever seen the movie American Psycho?
I actually was going to but then I passed on it. Why? What do you got to say about it?
Okay, the name of the character is Patrick Bateman.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Patrick Bateman. Yeah. And there's a scene when he's quoted, he goes, well, Edward Gage, I think his name is. No, Gage, someone. Edward something. He goes, he had this saying. He goes, when I see a pretty woman down the street, part of me wants to ask her out on a date. The other part wants to know what her head's going to look like impaled or something along those lines. Edward Gaines, that is his name, I think.
Gaines, okay.
Edward Gaines. And because think about it, Patrick Bateman, Norman Bates, and Norman Bates was inspired by Edward Gaines.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm overthinking this.
You have quite the theory there.
No, I think, yeah, because there it is. Patrick Bateman, Norman Bates. Norman Bates was inspired by Edward Gaines. So, chat board, if you have any thoughts on that, let me know. Oh, Ed Gain. Thanks, Alyssa.
Thanks.
But everybody, you better all take notes on this. There may be a quiz later. No, there won't be a quiz.
There might be a quiz.
I don't have the time or energy to put together a quiz.
Yeah.
But
that shot. Look at this shot. Hold on 1 second. Let's just look at this for a second. Is it going to pop up? No, it's going to pop up on the website. But that's okay. Hold on. Look at this shot. Look at this one shot right here. Look at that. Look at the cinematography for this film was incredible.
And it really stands the test of time.
Yeah, it's really is a brilliant film, to be honest with you. It's insane. Look at that shot of the shower.
It's been referenced so many times.
Oh yeah, like even on The Simpsons and stuff like that.
Do.
Yeah, like also, Bill, check the chat board for a second. I just want to make sure we're good.
No prob, just a serial killer enthusiast. LOL. No, some of that stuff, Alyssa, is very interesting. It's really just interesting to get into the mind of people like that.
Yeah. No, that's good though. Seriously, well, it's not going to be enthusiastic, but still, they're serial killers, but still.
But
so,
yeah. So you have any other movie franchise you want to talk about? Because I got a few, and I think I know what you want to talk about.
Me?
When there's something strange in the neighborhood, who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters!
Do. And I have to tell you one thing, JT. I ain't afraid of no ghost.
We're gonna talk about it, but like, serious question: is this a Halloween film?
That's a good question.
Or is it a regular like? Right?
Chat board, tell us your thoughts. Tell us your thoughts.
Is Ghostbusters indeed? Is Ghostbusters actually a Halloween film? I think it is shown on Halloween, but I don't think it's a true Halloween film because technically it takes place over the summer. Ghostbusters filled it in like by Thanksgiving.
Is it kind of like the Die Hard of Is it kind of like the Die Hard of Halloween movies? Like how there's that big debate if Die Hard's a Christmas movie or not. Oh, we can talk about that around Christmas. We'll talk about that when Christmas comes, but that'll be our Christmas special. Like that, yeah. But anyway, yeah, just because it takes place in the summer.
They're going to be making a Ghostbusters 3. Ghostbusters After. Did you hear about this? Ghostbusters After. We'll
it was supposed to come out this year. It was supposed to come out this year.
But they postponed it till next year.
Yeah, it was supposed to come out this year, and then COVID happened.
Yeah, fucking bullshit.
But
let's look at this. What a great film. Oh my God. This honestly, the film itself was a brilliant thing. Look, Ghostbusters began with Dan Aykroyd's fascination of the belief in the paranoia.
Okay, Alyssa is like, well, I'd say it's a Halloween movie, but it's not a horror film. Okay, I can.
Fair point.
I could say that.
No, it's scary at points, but it's really a comedy. It's its own film. It's so brilliant though.
Because listen, I'll get to this in a second. Because there are some movies that I'd like to talk about that are movies I watch around Halloween, but I don't know if I'd call them horror films. But go on. But whilst we're on the subject of Ghostbusters, I have to ask you this. What did you think of the 2016 Ghostbusters?
Unpopular opinion, I liked it. I didn't love it. I did not love it, but I liked it.
I thought it was kind of meh.
It was good. It was a good meh though, right?
Well, here's the thing. I thought it was like, I thought some of the gadgets looked pretty badass.
Yeah.
But here's of the 4 Ghostbusters, I like Kristen Wiig and I like Melissa McCarthy, but if you're comparing, okay, the original Ghostbusters team was Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson, and Harold Ramis, God rest his soul.
Yes.
And the remake was Kristen Wiig, what's her name? I just forgot it. I just said it too.
Kristen Wiig?
No, but Megan McCarthy.
Melissa
McCarthy. Thank you. Melissa McCarthy, Kate McKinnon, and Leslie Jones.
Uh-huh.
Like, if you're comparing the teams, I think of the two teams from the remake, unpopular opinion, I think Kate McKinnon and Leslie Jones were kind of more entertaining than Ernie Hudson and Harold Ramis.
And the original film, really?
And I thought they were just kind of more entertaining. But with the two main leaders, I think Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd were better than Kristen Wiig and Melissa McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
But the huge thing is that movie, when the trailer first dropped, it was the most despised video on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. No, it got so much hate. It got a lot of hate. That one.
Okay. Oh, now we're in a debate here. Alyssa was saying it's a Halloween film. I just said that. Andrew, Ghostbusters isn't a Halloween film. Well, okay, it doesn't take place around Halloween, but people watch it around Halloween.
I do it every year. So that's me. That's me personally. I don't call it a Halloween film, though. It's more of like a sci-fi horror film, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Comedy.
But there are movies that, like, for instance, there are movies that take place around Christmas, but they're not necessarily Christmas movies.
Die Hard.
Like I said, that's probably gonna come up when we do our holiday special. But
sure.
But the thing is like, just because it doesn't take place around Halloween doesn't mean it's not a Halloween movie. Or, like, for instance, going back to Halloween, the original, even though it does take place on Halloween, does it really have anything to do with the plot?
What? Halloween?
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm jumping around here, folks. I think my ADHD is kicking in.
You're good.
Like, okay, Alyssa and Andrew, more Alyssa, because you're the horror movie expert here. Did Halloween, it takes place on Halloween, but does Halloween really have anything to do with the plot? Come to think of it. The original title of it was actually supposed to be called The Babysitter Murders.
That sounds like a horrible title, though.
It kind of does. It sounds kind of wordy.
Wait, what'd you say? The babysitter. What'd you say?
The Babysitter Murders.
No.
No, that was going to be the original title of Halloween, The Babysitter Murders.
Oh my God! The title sounds awful. Think about it, though.
No, they changed it.
Really?
Yeah. But
you know what? Where is it?
But speaking of the Ghostbusters, so how do you think the third one's going to be? The new one that's coming out.
Eric, welcome to the club. I think the third one's going to do good. The third one, because it's a direct sequel to Ghostbusters 2. So I think it's going to do very well, actually.
Alyssa, okay, I'm going to answer your question. The plot of Halloween, does that really affect it? Does the plot of Halloween really wouldn't have been able to walk around as easily if it wasn't Halloween? Okay, I can see your point there, Eric. But no, what I'm saying is, Alyssa, if it took place, say, in the summer, would it really change the plot or anything? Like, instead of October, let's say it took place in June. Think it would change anything in the movie Halloween?
I was going to say, Asimov raised a really good point about Ghostbusters, actually. He raised a really good point about it. I'm going to dive into the truth.
Okay. Okay, you make a good point, Asim.
It's a good point. I think so. I'm still showing the screen. I'm just going to look at that poster, man.
Oh, that looks good.
Look at this. Can I zoom in on this?
Ghostbusters.
Look at that. That's great.
Yeah.
It's a direct sequel to Ghostbusters 2. I can't believe it.
Yeah. So, okay, there's there's
brilliant.
2 movies. You still want to talk Ghostbusters, or think we can go on?
I just want to finish up talking. I want to finish talking about the sequel that's coming out because I mean it does kind of apply to it. So
okay,
that's a good. Look at that. Two after being evicted from their home, 2 children and their single mom moved to the Somerville, Oklahoma, inherited by the late grandfather, and they discover all this stuff. Wow. That sounds good. I like that. Sorry.
Oh, their late grandfather's probably, what's his name? Harold Ramis.
Probably. They just played it into the script and all that stuff. So probably. Filming wrapped in 6 what? Filming wrapped in 2 months? What? That's ridiculous.
2 months. Wow. That's a short shoot, isn't it?
Yeah, and they even say that my favorite part of that whole movie was the car.
That is a damn good car.
My favorite part of that whole movie was. I love it. I got to see it in real life too at Comic-Con, which is a big plus.
Really?
You could have sat in it for $50, but I'm like, I'm gonna take a picture of it from afar.
So you didn't want to spend $50 to sit in a car?
Yeah, was that or the DeLorean or the Val Kilmer Batmobile?
Where was this?
New York Comic-Con, boy.
I got to go to New York Comic-Con now when it's safe to go.
When it's safe to go.
Whenever that may be.
Chat board's looking pretty good over there, Bill.
Hey, guys, keep up the chat. We like it.
Roll that chat out. Love to hear it. Love to hear you guys talk.
All right, so here's 2 movies that I would like to talk about now. For Halloween. Both of them are made by a man by the name of Tim Burton.
Oh boy.
And one was actually one I hadn't watched in years until like very recently. Beetlejuice.
You haven't seen Beetlejuice until recently?
No, I saw it years ago, but then I watched it again, and it's like one of those movies that when you watched it when you were a kid, a lot of the jokes just.
It's weird. It's a weird film. It's a very weird film.
So what are your qualifications? Well, I went to Juilliard. I went to Harvard Business School. I travel extensively. Can you be scary? Just like it. It's just so.
It's a great film.
Oh, it's Michael Keaton before he became the Cape Crusader. That was freaking.
Like right before, right? Didn't that come in 88 and Batman was 89?
Yeah, Beetlejuice was 88, Batman was 89. But
so yeah, he did this right before Batman.
Like I remember there was this one part, I remember when I was a kid and when I first watched it, I didn't really get it. It was they're in this waiting room. And they're in the waiting room and like one person,
that part.
Assistant, and was cut in half, and the other part was like burned to a crisp. I didn't get it, but now watching it as an adult, I'm like, oh, that's all the ways they died. Now I get it. But you know what? Whilst we're talking about Burton, guys, what's your favorite Tim Burton movie? Could be anything. We don't judge here.
What's your favorite Tim Burton film?
Yeah, because I actually started this project on
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I actually started this project on my channel called Burton Month, but unfortunately didn't really get anywhere because I was dealing with some stuff. But yeah, there's just so many movies, and I didn't have time to review all of them. But yeah, okay, another Tim Burton movie, and this was gonna come up. This is a movie I feel like I watch every Halloween. And I think it's one of those movies you can watch between Halloween and Christmas. You know what I'm talking about. The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay.
I watch that like every Halloween. Oh my God. What did you just post?
I didn't say anything. It was all Matt's fault.
No, Eric, I agree with you. Eric. Edward Scissorhands is a great Tim Burton movie. I agree. And Matt, we've had this conversation before. I know Big Fish is yours, but I love The Nightmare Before Christmas. I feel like it's one of those movies you can watch for Halloween and Christmas. And
it's one of the rare ones that crosses over, yeah.
And I just love the animation. The songs are freaking unforgettable. Like, it is really just, everyone knows this is Halloween. What's this? And what's funny about that movie is that even though it is technically a Disney movie, when that movie first came out, Disney didn't even want their name put on the title.
Really?
Because they thought it was because Michael Eisner, who was CEO at the time, thought it was to be too dark and scary for kids. So they released it under Touchstone, which was the company that they put their more adult, like that's the company they put Who Framed Roger Rabbit under. And yeah, it's just that now, just how much that movie has turned into and what's funny is when the movie first came out, contrary to what you hear, it really wasn't a big hit.
Which one?
Nightmare Before Christmas. It wasn't really a big hit.
It was more of a cultural aspect later on.
Well, it didn't do poorly. Like, critics liked it. They were like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. But it was a marginal success with critics. And, financially, it was a modest hit. It was a modest success. But other than that, it only gained that following later. Like, if you go, like, here are a couple of things. Like, if you go on Freeform, which used to be ABC Family.
Yep.
They show They show Nightmare Before Christmas during both their 31 Nights of Halloween and their 25 Days of Christmas lineup.
Real? In between, really?
Yeah, they show it both. They show it on 31 Nights of Halloween and 25 Days of Christmas. And if you go to Disneyland, they actually have the whatchamacallit, the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Every year, I don't think they're doing it this year due to obvious reasons. They actually changed the whole They actually changed the whole setup of the Haunted Mansion to make it Nightmare Before Christmas themed. It's called Haunted Mansion Holiday. Like they do it to coincide with both Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Or even if you go to a freaking Hot Topic. If you go from a Hot Topic from like Labor Day to New Year's Day, all they have is freaking Nightmare Before Christmas stuff.
I know. It's actually crazy, to be honest with you.
And also, yeah, it just became a movie that wasn't that much of a big hit, has became just such a cultural phenomenon. Have you ever seen it, or?
Bill, I have to correct. I actually have, but I have to correct you on something.
What?
Tim Burton didn't direct.
I know.
Sorry, I don't mean to be that person, but I'm just going to point this out to you. Henry Selick directed it.
Well, like, here's the big debate, though. they say about it, they're like, well, technically, Tim Burton didn't direct it. Okay, because here's why. Tim Burton at the time was working on Batman Returns.
Yes.
And he
Great
was also
film.
in the pre-production for Ed Wood. But what happened was, since he couldn't work on Nightmare Before Christmas because he was working Batman Returns and Ed Wood, he had to give it to Henry Selick.
Okay. I didn't
An
know
animator
that.
he met at Disney. So Henry Selick directed, and there has been a whatchamacallit, there's been a controversy in recent years of who does this movie technically belong to? Does it belong to Tim Burton or Henry Selick? But okay, Henry Selick did direct it.
Yeah.
But you got to look at it this way. Tim Burton produced it. He wrote the story. Therefore, and the title is Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. And
that's true.
And just one more thing I'm going to say about this. What I found interesting is with the how I mentioned the songs, they actually wrote the songs before they even wrote the script.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, because Danny Elfman, you know who Danny Elfman is.
Of course. Oh, excuse me. Yeah.
I actually watched an interview with him when they were writing the when they were writing the songs.
Yeah.
He goes, okay, let's start writing the songs. And Tim's like, but Danny, we don't even have a script yet. He goes, is what I'm going to do? It's like, okay, just pretend you're telling your story. Here's how we're going to do it. Tell me the story. Pretend you're telling the story to your nephew, because at the time he didn't have kids. He has kids now, but at the time he didn't. He said, pretend you're telling your talk to me like you're telling your nephew a bedtime story.
Okay.
And he's like telling him the story. He's like, okay, this is what's happened in this scene. And he just was writing the songs while Tim Burton was telling him what was going on. So I think that's kind of interesting. Have you ever seen the movie or no?
Definitely is.
Have you ever seen it or?
I actually have. Nightmare Before Christmas, yes.
And I was
about to say Nightmare. Was it?
The difference is without Selick, the movie will be different. Without Burton, the movie. I agree, Eric. Eric, I totally agree.
Yeah.
But well, what you think of it? Honest opinion. I'm not gonna bite you. Don't worry. Hello, you there?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
What's your honest opinion of Nightmare Before Christmas?
I initially didn't like it.
Okay.
Initially I didn't, because I was like, oh well. Sorry, I'm doing technical stuff in the background. I initially did not like it. Just because I thought, why would you want to mix Halloween and Christmas? And the concept didn't really. I didn't agree with it. I didn't like it. However, I have grown to say, okay, I can go from this movie being not liking it to actually enjoying it. Actually, I don't like it enough to like say I'll watch it every year or watch it as often as I might, but I don't really, you know what I mean? It's hard to say right now, but I like it and I enjoy it, but it's not one of my favorites. You know what I mean?
I know what you're saying, but the concept you said Halloween and Christmas, because Tim Burton was actually inspired by it, because how he and I think we see this a lot in our society, is like how he saw a store go from Halloween stuff to Christmas stuff, and just like that.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
Have you've seen this? It's like I've gone to like, I don't know, like something like just CVS. When you go like the day after
CVS,
you go on say October 30th. I just went today, and they already have like you were there too. Like I was there today, and they already had some of the Christmas stuff out.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
I guarantee you, if I go there on Sunday, the day after Halloween, it's gonna be all Christmas stuff.
I know, that's just.
Yeah, but that's another rant for another time.
Shame on CVS. Shame on the grocery stores. You know.
But anyway, okay. So I think Is there anything else you wanted to talk about? Because there is one thing we got to get to, and you know what that is going to be.
I have nothing else. You lead the way.
Okay. Now, JT, what was the movie that scared the shit out of you when you were a kid? Chat board, you can answer this question too. What movie scared the crap out of you when you were a kid?
Yeah, guess what it was for me. No, I'm kidding. Wow. Actually, I have to. I didn't really think about it this much before we did our live stream here, but I will say this: and it's not. You're gonna think I'm crazy. It's not even a Halloween movie. I was just naturally afraid of some things when I was younger.
Oh God,
Fantasia
me too.
2000. Fantasia 2000.
No, really? Really?
Scared to death. Yes, because it was no words. Mickey Mouse was not doing anything except painting. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was actually I'm afraid of it. And I have childhood nightmares sometimes. I'm on camera saying this, I know, right? But like, I'm not kidding. The second
Fantasia
one for me,
2000 scared the shit out of you. Really? Eric, dinosaurs scared you.
I have a second one too. And one of the guys I was young enough but old enough to think that this was stupid. Land Before Time, like 28 or whatever the fuck it is, like that's bullshit. That's a movie I could hate on. That's the next topic that we should do. Movies that we can hate on camera. Land Before Time, I remember having memories of it. What the hell? It did not make sense. So Land Before Time and Fantasia 2000, absolutely garbage bullshit. I've never shed the hate. Come on.
Well, Fantasia, have you ever seen the original Fantasia?
Here's the thing though. The Fantasia I saw, I wasn't sure if it was the original one or the 2000 one, but either way, I was like, this is absolutely horrifying to me. Like,
do you remember any of the scenes? Do you remember any of the scenes?
One. It's the only one I remember is Mickey Mouse, and Mickey Mouse was just. This sounds like so stupid, I know, but Mickey Mouse was like waving his wand during music. It was a bombastic thing.
Oh, the Sorcerer's Apprentice.
It's weird.
Oh, the Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Stop.
But anyway, but there is a part in Fantasia. It's like the last sequence. It's called Night on Bald Mountain.
I remember that one scene. I remember being horrified. That's all I remember.
It's the last scene when they show the devil. Chernabog on Bald Mountain, bringing the evil spirits back to life. And then it's morning, and then the song Ave Maria plays, and
it might have been actually, or Bambi. A bunch of Disney movies were scaring me when I was young.
Disney movies scared the shit out of people. Okay, now here's something.
How they do.
Here's something.
Your turn. Go ahead.
Here's this movie that scared the shit out of me when I was a kid, and I'm gonna get so much laughed at for this one. The Huffalumps and Woozles scene from Winnie the Pooh.
I don't blame you.
Oh no,
I don't blame you.
That fucking scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. You know what I'm talking about. The Huffalumps and Woozles is very confusals.
That too. For the Winnie the Pooh.
I was like even today, I still get a little watching, and I'm still like.
I consciously think about that scene. Now that I think about it, I consciously think about that scene. Sometimes I'm like, that really scared me.
It really scared the shit out of me when I was a kid, and it's like.
What the fuck?
It's like, have you ever seen? It's like. I think like most Disney movies have those scenes that just terrify the shit out of you.
Or like The Hunter with Bambi.
That actually caused Paul McCartney to become vegetarian.
Oh, he was vegetarian back in the 60s. What are you talking? He's been a vegetarian since the 60s. What are you talking about?
Well, Bambi was released in the 40s.
I'm sorry. Anyways. So, all right, chat board.
I got one. Okay, does the chat board have any?
Share yours and then the chat board. Go ahead.
I was super disturbed by Batman
Returns
as a kid.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, because that is just and I talked about this in my Burton month review of Batman Returns. It's just because I think in the first Batman, there was a nice balance of dark and camp. This one, I think it was just way too dark.
It was very dark. with Catwoman and Penguin and whatever.
I liked Catwoman. I really liked Catwoman. I thought she was amazing.
Actually, Michelle Pfeiffer did a very good job.
Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer was fantastic.
Anyways,
but anyway, okay, Eric was.
Dinosaur.
The Carnotaurs were terrifying as a kid. I never seen it, Eric, so I can't speak to you on that.
I know what he's talking about, though. But
I was always afraid of the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. I could see that when you first see him, he's scary and intimidating, but then he's nice and kind. And I could never get scared of that part of the song because the song is so catchy. You talk about Erica, you talk about the Huffalumps and Woozles. But yeah, and another one. Sorry, we're going back. Sorry, we're going back to Burton here for a second.
I got one more and then more.
Okay, go on. Go ahead. What's yours?
You share your last Burton thought. I'll share my last scary thought, and then we'll wrap it up for the night. So
okay. So the one that scared the shit out of me when I was a kid, and I'm sorry I'm going back to Tim Burton here for a sec, but Edward Scissorhands actually scared me as a kid.
Oh, I could see how that would.
Because I actually got a funny story, and to those who watch my Burton Month review, you probably heard the story. But when I was like a kid, I could have been like 6. I could have been like 6 or 7. One of my neighbors was babysitting me, and we were watching Edward Scissorhands, and that movie scared the ever-loving shit out of me. And it's funny, years later, many years after that, my neighbor, when she graduated from law school, we went to her party, and she sent us a thank you card afterwards, and in the note was, "I'm sorry for the Edward Scissorhands trauma." I could hold that over her head, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, I just thought I'd share that because that was fun. Okay, what is your thought? You have a final thought.
My final concluding thought for this episode, that's a movie that actually scared me. You're going to think I'm crazy, but I just had it too. What was it? What movie was it? I forget. I got 2, okay? I got 2 for you.
That's okay.
So one of them, Indiana Jones, and the first one, Raiders of the Lost Ark and Temple of Doom. No, actually, yeah. Well, the first 2, here's why. The ending of the first film, Belloc blows up at random, and the movie's PG-13 or PG or whatever. So anyways, Temple of Doom, there's a lot of shit going on in that movie. Think about it.
It is.
So there's people getting burned. It's nuts.
People getting
that movie. That movie is the reason why PG-13 exists. You know that, right?
That's one of the 2 movies why PG-13 exists.
Exactly.
The other one being Gremlins. Gremlins, which is actually one of my favorite movies, by the way. I love that movie so much.
Anyways, I said the Indiana Jones movies. I'm saying there was one more. I can't think of it off the top of my head. There was one more movie that actually scared me a lot when I was younger, but I forget what it was. Whatever. Oh no, I just had it on the tip of my tongue. It came out in like, I don't have all day, but I know. It wasn't Bambi or anything. It wasn't. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, so this is a movie I got a ticket for and I walked out of. The only movie in my whole life I've ever walked out of.
Really?
Split.
The M. Night Shyamalan movie.
With the multiple James. Yeah, James McAvoy is the multiple personality guy. Yeah. So I was in the first 10 minutes of the movie. I walked out. I was like, "This is too much for me. I can't handle this. I'm gonna leave." So I left, and I don't regret it. I don't. It's not like I don't like M. Night. It's not like I don't like M. Night Shyamalan, but I can. That one movie, I was like, really? I really don't. Like, I don't like. It's a different thing when you're in the theater. You know what I mean? So
yeah. And
anyways,
that
Bill,
and,
any concluding thoughts?
no, I
So
think
yeah, it's like my pick, Indiana Jones. Yeah.
I can't really think of anything, but
Good.
I will say, but what you said with PG-13, Gremlins, which was one of the reasons, one of my favorite movies. I think that movie is just so much fun to watch. I think it's the Gremlins are just want to have fun. It's kind of scary though. I will say that. Okay, those are my final thoughts. I hope you guys had a good time, and I know Halloween's gonna be a little different this year, but make the best of it. If you can't go trick or treating, go to any parties, watch some movies.
Yeah, we touched on many different movies today, but ultimately what we have to say here does not mean anything. What do you guys think? Sound off in the comment section below. Share this video with all of your friends, neighbors, colleagues, arch enemies, whoever you want to talk to, and like this video. Please support us right here at the Super Review Show and support his channel, Movieholics Productions.
Support Movieholics Productions.
Link is in the description of this video so you all can check it out. But Bill, thank you so much for joining us together this one for this week.
Well, we're always together for this, so
that's true. Yeah. Thank you for joining me again on this wonderful time.
No problem. We will see we'll see you guys next week.
I will do a video. I will do a video regarding next week as well. Sometime next week, probably on the Sunday or Monday before Wednesday. We'll have a topic by then too for what we're going to talk about as well.
We're going to discuss that off air. So
thank you so much for everyone who jumped in and joined us on today. The chat board was booming. If you love what you see here, feel free to share the discussion all the time in the comment section below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. But for all of your Super Review Show live streams, and welcome to Mixed Bag, keep a lock for the Super Review Show and subscribe to Movieholics Productions. We'll see you guys soon.
All right. We'll see you guys later. Have a good time. Have a good Halloween.
Right, see you guys. Yes. Stay